cheerfully mischievous improvisation of the banana in the tailpipe move easily links to the big league chew fest of the '86 Mets' famously pranky clubhouse.
Hey, take this banana.
Your bubble gum, Mets are winning and you're having fun. Rainbows got frowns on the run.
Other kids covet your Capri Sun. In the lunch table lineup of juice boxes, Crispis Boku, Buntas Capri Sun, Bronson Mott's, Creemus, Lost, Slap Base. No juice box for you, but an extra snack pack of Cozy Shack tapioca.
Well, hold on just a minute. If you look here at this Weenus chart, you'll see 4 quadrants. Just find the quadrant that corresponds to the sorry state you're in and go diagonally across it to the one that holds the examples of the kind of elements that you might need to balance you back to the Weenus center. In your case, you're saying a heaping plate of that fettuccine alfredo was what you had last night. You wash it down with some white Russians made with heavy cream. So to get back to center, take a diagonal hike across to its opposite, which will be Crispis. I'd recommend donning an ice-berg lettuce helmet. Then eat a few slices of melon with a wasabi and club soda chaser. Look at a Raleigh Fingers baseball card and pointedly renounce him, saying, as sports figures go, I'm more for Mark Spitz.
Sounds like it might work, but I had to let my PA go because he brought me all the wrong muffins. So unfortunately, without a runner to get all my stuff, we're not going to be able to prove whether this thing works or not. So prepare to be absolute someplace really bad. Hold on a second, a blop. But I got a couple things that might be able to bring you back to center. Ice-berg. I'll make you a nice little helmet out of this. Cantaloupe. Crisp, not too ripe. You hear that? It's going to be the sound of your revival. Wasabi. Mayo? Yeah, it's mayo wasabi. Unfortunately, in this sad state of affairs that we're in, this is about the best stuff you can get. Hey, wipe that fucking grin off your face, kid. That mayo in here is the worst thing in here. Canola oil, eggs. You can't get a grip on things with that. You need the genuine Japanese horseradish root. Well, it'll work for today. We're gonna combine it with some tonic water, which although is not as crisp as club soda, contains quinine, which as far as medicinal roots go, pretty much left of center. All right, why don't you give me that lettuce? Carve you up a nice little hat. See them rings? Yeah. Yeah? Now forget about them. Fits perfect. How you feeling right now? Capillary action in that iceberg's gonna draw all them slip humors right up into that lettuce. Good thing about it is when you're done, if you see somebody walking around and they can't pull themselves out of a leaf pile and they're wearing a maroon shirt, you can give them that lettuce on a turkey sandwich and it'll kind of swerve them back into a slightly more Yeah, you like that stuff? I picked that up when I was out in the Weenus netherworld. Sounds pretty good. I could really get into a bullshit taxonomy like that. Plus, you seem to have slaved away haze that was on me. And you seem to be putting in a dent, most importantly, in the absolute hygiene crisis that's been putting my life in turmoil. I renounce the crap out of you, Raleigh Fingers. I'm a fan of Mark Spitz. Let's go world saving, Danny. Hey, why don't you take that little globe with you? Oh, your globe? Nah, it ain't mine. It ain't mine. Let's get out of here. Listen, pal. Slop. A blob, a blop. Why don't you think about shedding that moniker? Switch it up to something... I mean, Sloppy John a Blop. It just evokes all kinds of excess and negligence. You ought to change it to something more crisp. Something dedicated to your new found alignment against political chubbiness and cream sickle pederasty. Well, I got monogram pajamas already with the S-A-J-A. Maybe we could change it to Sleepy Jamie Ablocco. Why don't we think about something like Choppy Kirk Kebab? Choppy Kirk, yeah. Somebody who takes on all that political flab with
karate chop focus, and also celebrates your love of grill-based entertaining.
A few technicians have been watching Dan and Sloppy review the Weenus system via a remote control camera secreted in the Ohio snow globe. A top retard walks in, wearing giant puffy hand versions of a crescent of Islam and a cross of Jesus, and with a binder slung under his arm, tips on perverting religion to wedge apart peoples. He addresses himself to one of the flunkies manning the surveillance monitor. I got the call. Fogelberg showed up. Where's that guy been? Surveillance flunky. You're not gonna believe it, boss. Fogelberg just cured one of Sloppy's foamy hangovers with some kind of magic he calls Weenus.
Why don't you take your globe? We'll get going. It's not my globe. I thought that was yours. Let's get out of here.
If this Weenus discipline is powerful enough to cure one of Sloppy John's famous Alfredo hangovers, imagine what it could do for us.
Boner ascends to apex. Delighted retard's consolidated power?
Johnny freaking Boner.
Yeah, you remember that guy?
Yeah.
John Boner?
Who'd have ever thought? Freaking bonehead boner like that would end up being the House Majority Leader.
I'd sooner vote for a guy named Erector Rolf.
I did vote for Erector Rolf.
You too?
Yeah.
Man, he had some good ideas, man. Nice clean bumper stickers, too. But John Boner went from being scrawling on the inside of the stall to being the majority whip. Guy's he's about as smart as Miracle Whip, actually.
Yeah, you getting any more dispatches from the Weenus gods?
Could use one right about now.
Sure could.
Ah, what the F is that? I think I just got a paper cut on my eyelid. Now that we're laying back down again after I read that dispatch, you ain't gonna believe this, chop.
What is it?
Seems like the delighted retarded right has gotten hold of our secret Weenus world of info, and they're using it to co-opt the zeitgeist to their favor.
2 weeks earlier, in the thought core of the delighted retard's Octagon headquarters, we need that Boner in there as majority leader.
Actually, I think you say his name Boehner.
Whatever. Everybody reads it and thinks it's Boner. We need to make some people think a name like that is cool, responsible. How can the Weenus system help us with that?
We did a test with sub-audible suggestion on dogs, saying all Creemus stuff one day to them and then all Buntas stuff the next. We feel somehow beaming a quadrant-specific wave could influence large human populations to swerve in their tastes and temperament to that quadrant.
You're saying this could help us with Boner?
Boehner is so obviously Buntas, so theoretically, if we beamed Buntas waves for a while, it may take the edge off some of the dorky connotations of his name.
Do it. Over the next 2 weeks, the retards' plan was successful beyond their wildest dreams. Using their network of cell phone towers, they beamed Buntas waveforms all over the Washington, D.C. area.
Boy, if we didn't open up a Pandora's box with this Weenus junk.